The Libs are in total and utter panic because the White House press secretary, Karoline Leavitt, said something so awful, so disgusting, that it was met with ubiquitous outrage among the Libs. Every single one of them that I could see posted about it on X and on Blue Sky and on Threads and on all of their social media accounts. It was so disgusting and awful. I kid you not. Literally every single, the last time I checked this, which was probably 10 a.m. this morning, it was like 17 million views on the original X post because so many Libs have just, again, gone into utter conniption over it. Let's read some of those X posts from those Libs discussing the terrible and awful thing that she said. This is, I don't know, I have no idea who this person is. We're starting off from kind of the nobodies and working our way into kind of the more prominent Libs. This S is so effing dangerous. Again, talking about what Karoline Leavitt said. And everyone on the Republican side just nods along. Not me, I'm not. Well, I guess I am nodding. So effing dangerous. What's the next one here? Congressman Greg Kasser, Karoline Leavitt should resign. She should resign, according to a congressperson, because of the terrible, awful thing that she said. They try to make us hate each other. All right. I can't keep the satire going when you say stuff like that, especially given the irony there. To distract from the fact that they're robbing us all blind. It's sick. Keep going here. The Lib tweets. Senator Chris Murphy says this is grossly dark. Not just dark, grossly dark. Because you know when a room is dark, what I think he's talking about is when you're in a dark room, that's not enough. This is a dark room with puke all over the floor that you have to walk through in order to turn on the light. That's what grossly dark means to Senator Chris Murphy. These are broken people. Okay. But it's also politically dumb. How do they think Americans will react to being told that anyone who doesn't support Trump is a terrorist? Oh, dang, is that what she said, Senator Chris? I guess we'll all find out in just a quick second when we play the actual video. But continuing on with the total and utter meltdown from something that the White House press secretary said, I guess we're back to nobodies. I don't know who this person is, but this is actually insane. Continue on. Midas Touch. Officials who speak this way about their fellow Americans who simply have different beliefs should not be anywhere near government. What a terrible person. Oh my gosh. What she said must have been just the worst possible incendiary thing to say. Oh my, I can't wait till we get to what she actually said. But we've got a couple more here on the Lib meltdown of the day. Jamel Hill, who I've seen enough of her. I mostly feel sorry for this woman. I think she might suffer from a room temperature IQ. Says this, at least she didn't call Democrats deplorables because it would lead to endless news stories about it for months and used as evidence that she's unfit to do the job. Okay. Thank you, Jamel. Good reference there to the deplorables comment from the person who wanted to be the president of the United States. A little bit of a different situation. Not sure she could technically recognize that, again, from the IQ problem. But we continue on. Another nobody. Andre, I don't know who this person is. Well, this is why this one came up at the end. Because what Karoline Leavitt said, we're now going to the Holocaust. Like, holy cow. We have escalated it even further than that. Remember, the Holocaust didn't start with the gas chambers in Auschwitz. It started with politicians dividing the people with us versus them. It started with intolerance and hate speech. It started with when people stopped caring, became desensitized, and turned a blind eye. Remember, again, which side of the aisle are you talking about? I'm curious here. Which side is calling which side fascists and Nazis? Is it the conservatives or is it the Libs? Maybe another room temperature IQ here, but that might be the problem. And last but not least, the guy who wants to be president more than anything in the world, Governor Newsom in California, said this about the, again, hateful thing that Karoline Leavitt said. Spreading hatred is the only thing the Trump administration seems to be able to accomplish. Okay, not entirely sure you have any evidence of that, but sure, you're welcome to your opinions, even though they're wrong. The government is shut down. Millions of Americans are about to lose their health care. Okay, I'm so trying not to get run off of tangent on tangent on tangent, because if that were the case, if shutting down the government were to eliminate the Affordable Care Act, which ended up being made all healthcare not affordable, well, I'm all for it. If shutting down the government means that people get thrown off the government healthcare because it made everything worse, good. Let's do that. Again, sorry, trying not to go off a tangent on tangent on tangent. And they are busy trashing Dems on TV. It's pathetic and un-American. Okay, now that we've seen the utter and total meltdown by Libs, both nobodies up all the way up to the most prominent of the Libs, the leaders of the Libs, let's actually get to the horrible, disgusting, and terrible, awful thing that the White House press secretary said on TV. Play this clip, cut to 6.
Proved that the Democrat Party's main constituency are made up of Hamas terrorists, illegal aliens, and violent criminals. That is who the Democrat Party is catering to, not the Trump administration and not the White House and not the Republican Party, who is standing up for law-abiding Americans, not just across the country, but around the world. And that.
I'm sorry about that, folks. Sorry, producer Glenn, can we play the hateful thing? Do we have the hateful clip that was everybody? That's the clip? Is this a joke? I think I'm being pranked right now, guys. Can we play the first part of that one more time?
Proved that the Democrat Party's main constituency are made up of Hamas terrorists, illegal aliens, and violent criminals. That is who the Democrat Party is catering to. Not
there's no way that's the clip that all of them freaked out about. They shut down the government specifically to give healthcare to illegals. The Libs also were in huge support of all of the pro-terrorism riots on college campuses, again, siding with Hamas terrorists. This can't be the clip that every single person on the left decided that they needed to tear down because of it was just so utterly awful and terrible. I refuse to believe that this is the worst thing they could find. In a way, it's encouraging, because if this is the only thing they have, if this is the clip that prompts every single prominent Lib to go into utter chaos meltdown mode, we're actually sitting pretty. We're actually in a pretty good spot, because like I said, I can't find an inaccurate statement in that point. The Libs are catering to all of the people that she listed off. That it's understandable. We all know this. But then somebody compared what she said to what caused the Holocaust. Holy crap! Which side? Again, if we're looking at this, just even from like a fair, objective standpoint, which side seems to be the ones that are just totally and utterly crazy? Every time there is something that happens on the conservative side of the aisle, which is caused or inflicted by the Libs. Obviously, the most recent example is Charlie Kirk's assassination. The Libs try and spin it around. Look, conservatives are being mean to us again. We wouldn't have to make fun of you if you guys did normal things like normal people. Also, by the way, I just wanted to pull this clip up because I thought it was important and necessary, especially in the context of them having, again, a melt. I think I've said meltdown like 19 times on this segment already. In the context of them having a meltdown over something that someone from the conservative side of the aisle said is true, I want to play this. And which of these clips seems more violent to you? Watch this, cut 14.
I'm sorry. I know some people's sensibilities. I respect and appreciate that. But right now, with all due respect, we're walking down a damn different path. We're fighting fire with fire, and we're going to punch these sons of bitches in the mouth.
Oh, amen to that.
Okay, so just we'll keep that screen up there because those are all of the people that agreed with what the governor of California said. Just TPT at tpusa.com. Let us know which one you think is more violent, or at the very least more likely to inflict or elicit violence. Is it the White House press secretary saying, hey, the libs are for some reason holding up the government because they really want to cater to the illegals or the terrorists, because that's why they want to stop the government? Or is it the governor of the biggest state in the union saying it's time to punch people in the mouth? Now, again, to be fair, I think he would even say that he's speaking rhetorically, but I'm just trying to put this in perspective here. Words have meaning, and if you use words irresponsibly, that's when bad things start to happen. Charlie said this as often as he could. When you stop talking to people, that's when bad things happen. And when you take things that aren't an issue and make them into an issue just because your side is effectively underwater in terms of favorability, and try to make yourselves the victims, it ain't gonna work. The American people are waking up and realizing what all of these folks have been doing time and time and time again. This is the same thing that they did with Jimmy Kimmel. They're just trying to make up a controversy to put themselves back into victimhood, because that's apparently the only place they can fight from. Almost funny. It would be funny if it weren't so horrifying, what's going on here.